A few weeks ago at Heba, we just recently had our annual retreat, except this time it was a virtual retreat. We looked at the last words of Jesus during Easter week, and we came across the passage in Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me? As we looked at that passage, I was reminded of a band of young people who visited our country from Swaziland, now called Eswatini. This band of very special people were a blind choir called Christ Worshippers. And as part of their repertoire, they sang very poignantly from Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me? Let's listen to them as they sing this back in 2008. Thank you, Christ Worshippers Choir. Over the weekend, we passed 10,000 deaths here in the UK related to the COVID-19 disease. We've seen more Nightingale hospitals open up and down the country. We ourselves have been on 2-3 weeks lockdown with no sight of that coming to an end soon. It's not surprising then that we're getting more and more anxious about this disease and what it's doing to our country. But I want to tell you that there is hope. When I look at the next Psalm, Psalm 23, it says even if we're going through the tough times, our God is with us. The Lord is our shepherd, the one who looks after us. And when we come to those familiar verses which go, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And I take great comfort from those words, that our God isn't on lockdown. He is the shepherd who will come looking for us. And no matter what state he finds us in, he will care for us and look after us. And even if we find ourselves at death's door and find that God comes to take us home, he won't leave us, he won't forsake us. But I also believe in the God of miracles, the God who is able to heal, the God who is able to change things around. And so like you, here in the Midlands and throughout the UK, I know the churches and the Christians are doing their bit to support their neighbours and their friends. I know that they're helping out in the best ways they can. I know we're praying for the hospital staff up and down the country, that they have enough equipment. We're praying for the scientists that they find the right cure. But really we're praying that God will intervene and break this disease. Over in Eswatini, the new generation of Christ Worshippers Choir are doing their bit too. They've taken part in a national TV campaign to help those people in Eswatini fight the COVID virus. Listen to their song and don't criticize them because they've got different advice to us. That's their government's advice, and we'll follow our government's advice. But either way, it's us Christians doing our bit to fight this disease. My friends, as we finish, I want to remind you, there is hope.
It's Corona, COVID-19, Corona, COVID-19, Corona.
Wash your hands with soap and running water frequently to prevent COVID-19.
Avoid touching eyes, nose, mouth, shaking hands to prevent COVID-19.
Are you coughing? Are you sneezing? Or having headache? Make sure that you quickly go to the hospital. COVID-19
Corona.